Jason, thank you. Well, breaking news, a major decision that will change the lives of women and doctors across the state. The Iowa Supreme Court reversed a block on Iowa's strict abortion ban that was passed last year. The High Court upheld the law that bans abortions once fetal cardiac activity is detected.
Doctors say that's usually around 6 weeks of pregnancy before many women even know that they're pregnant. Our chief political reporter, Amanda Rooker, is in studio tonight. And Amanda, how does this change abortion access in our state?
Well, Jody, Laura, right now, abortion in Iowa is still legal up to 20 weeks of pregnancy. But in 3 weeks, once the district court receives the case, they're instructed to let the stricter abortion ban take effect.
In a 4-3 decision, the Iowa Supreme Court upheld a law Friday that bans abortion once a fetal heartbeat is detected. Doctors say cardiac activity can be detected as early as 6 weeks of pregnancy, before most women know they're pregnant. Drake law professor Sally Frank says the High Court set a new legal standard for abortion restrictions in Iowa.
Essentially, they said that restrictions on abortion of any sort are going to be reviewed on a rational basis, as a rational basis test, which means basically if there's any logical reason the legislature had to write the law, it's going to be upheld.
With that new standard, the case was sent back to district court. But Frank says the district court will likely dismiss it. She says that's because the state Supreme Court's ruling essentially found the abortion ban is constitutional.
The district court will then dismiss the case because the standard is rational basis, and the Iowa Supreme Court has said that the statute meets that test.
State Supreme Court Justice Matthew McDermott delivered the opinion of the court, writing that the court, quote, previously held that abortion is not a fundamental right under the Iowa Constitution, and that, quote, under the rational basis test, Planned Parenthood cannot show a likelihood of success on the merits of its substantive due process challenge. Chief Justice Susan Christensen issued a scathing dissent, writing, quote, in my opinion, the only female lives that this statute treats with any meaningful regard and dignity are the unborn lives of female fetuses. And that, quote, this statute forces pregnant women and young girls to endure and suffer through life-altering health complications that range from severe sepsis requiring limb amputation to a hysterectomy, so long as those women are not at death's door, all in the name of promoting unborn life, or more accurately, birth. There are limited circumstances under the Iowa law that would allow for abortion after cardiac activity is detected. Rape, if reported to law enforcement or a health provider within 45 days, incest, if reported within 145 days, if the fetus has a fetal abnormality incompatible with life, or if the pregnancy is endangering the life of the patient. It's up to the Iowa Board of Medicine to enforce the law.
Planned Parenthood says they do plan to continue seeing as many patients as they can in the next 21 days before the law is set to take effect. After that, they say they will provide access to abortion in Iowa if no cardiac activity is detected through an ultrasound. They say they are still reviewing whether they will pursue further legal action.